Hey, this is John. Welcome back to Infinite Resources 2. I want to work on a few things today. First of all, we're coming close on storage for the disk drive, so I want to make another 4K storage disk. But before we do that, I want to replace these crafters with at least one iron crafter and one other crafter to save space. So we've got these three crafters right here. They're all full. An iron crafter can use 27 slots rather than 9. Although I think it does take more power. So these are all full right now. They take 13 forge energy per tick. And that's 3 of them, so 39. So I'm curious what happens when we make this into an iron crafter instead. So let's see here. First, we're going to break this crafter. Then I'm going to get an iron crafter. We need to make a chest, which I probably just took the pattern out for, but that's okay. There we go. Iron crafter. So we'll put this guy down here. So he's still full. So the one iron crafter, yeah, it uses 69 energy per tick. So that is 30 more than the other guy was using. So I don't know. I'm wondering if the space savings is worth it. But I really hate to have, just tons and tons of crafters. And we will upgrade those to gold crafters at some point. So, alright, well, whatever. For now, we'll put this guy away. And, yeah. So we're now using 88 forge energy per tick. So, we're going to need more power sooner rather than later. But that's the first thing I wanted to take care of. Second thing is we need to make some more patterns. So let's make 9 more. And what I want to do now is get some extra storage. So let's do that. I want another 4K disk. So to make that, we're going to need a 4K storage part and a storage housing. So I want to make those. So we're going to need some more of these basic processors. Yeah, we're going to need some of those. So let's make 8 more of those if we can. I think everything else is going to be silicon. So we don't really have any silicon. So let's take the nether quartz and let's smelt up a stack of silicon. Alright, so let's advance you. That's probably enough for now. So let's go back in here and dump our silicon here. So we're going to need some of these guys. So we're going to start with 3 of these. Then we'll get those. We need those raw processors. Go bake those as well. Alright. He ran out of power. 2, 1. There we go. Okay, so there we go. The rest of our silicon and the processors. So let's get this guy. Put another stack of that in there. There we go. A 4K storage part. And then we can use this to make a 4K disk. Perfect. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about storage too much anymore. I don't think the disk drive uses any more power. Actually, he might. He might be using 1 RF per disk. Looks like he is. Okay, but that's very minor. Maybe it's based on the storage disk size too. I'm not really sure. But anyway, that's still fine. So yeah. All right. So what's going to be next? It would be nice if we brought the system over here and could auto-craft the machines without having to come over and dump things in here. I think that should be possible if we build some stuff. Like, for starters, we need XNet again. We're going to need to have a controller, so let's get one of those. We're going to need several of these connectors. Let's just try for 10 right now. Let's know how to make oak planks. Let's teach it how to do that real quick. All right, there we go, oak planks. So let's get 10 connectors. And let's get a little bit more of this cable. And that's probably everything we would need. So let's get all of our XNet stuff. And let's get our energy pipes. We may need more of those, but we'll see about that. All right, let's turn that guy off for now. So my plan is to replace this, all these pipes that are over here, with XNet that runs under the machines. So the first thing I'm going to do is run through and get all of that. So let's turn the bioreactor off, deciding if I care he's going to lose fuel or not. I'm not sure if I do, but as it's basically free with a little power and water. But I will do something to either preserve that or get rid of it, and I'll be back once I have all of the machines set up on an XNet wire kind of back against the wall. So, see you shortly. Okay, so here is our new setup. I've got the controller over here. We're going to need one of these flux cells for pretty much every XNet network, because for some reason these things are very picky on what they connect to. They will not connect to pipes, they will not connect to Flux network flux points. So basically we're just going to have one of these to buffer things and connect to this all the time. So that's what we're doing for that. Yeah. So this guy is set to output to the top and the right for the connector, the top for the Tinker's workbench, and then he gets power in from the bottom, which is feeding from the generation room, and that goes all the way out on the same line over to there. So he's just kind of tapping into the power the same way as that guy is over there. The XNet system will distribute the power on channel 1 to every machine that we have, including himself, taking it from the flux cell. I've got most of the machines set up right over here. I left a couple gaps here. There are 2 machines I know I'm going to make from thermal expansion, a pulverizer and a multi-servo press. Maybe more later, but I know we want those anyway, so I left gaps for them. We've got the redstone furnace over here, the induction smelter here, the fluid encapsulator, the fractionating still, and the centrifugal separator. Then we have the industrial foregoing machines, the bioreactor, the latex processing unit, and the dissolution chamber. So because we can now input and output from the same side, we usually need just one connector. There are some exceptions to this, like it's hard for me to have input and output on a redstone furnace because you're going to be taking from both sides, and that would be confusing as to what you're doing with it. So you'd be pulling out of the input and putting it back in. So that's more difficult, which is why we don't have a chest to feed him anything anymore. We've got a chest over here. This is the output for items for the entire system. So everything on channel 3 is output, and every machine that can produce outputs that are items extracts a stack of them at a time and sends them into the chest. Now, I really doubt we need it to be a stack because none of these things are fast enough to produce things that would overwhelm a single item, but whatever, it's fine. So whenever we cook something up, like if we had, I don't know, some more dark logs for charcoal, we could go ahead and do that. And rather than just sitting here or going into it just beside him, he'll get pulled out and put over there. So 48 charcoal, 49 charcoal, perfect. Okay, same thing for all of these machines. And generally, all of the thermal expansion machines need to be configured with the top as an input and the bottom as an output. So we're going to put things in with the refined storage system from the top, and we'll take things out from the bottom. The one exception is the fractionating still, where we are inputting and outputting from the bottom. And that's because we are only extracting items, and we extract certain kinds of fluid. So we only want resin in here, and we only extract tree oil from there. All items can go out. In fact, this doesn't even need to be an input at all. So that's fine to leave as unconnected. So I've got the resin tank over there. It is empty now. And we have a tree oil tank right here, which is where I will eventually drop that down into the, the whatever at the bottom there when I fix that. So over here, we've got a primary fluids channel. I had to have a secondary one just for tree oil because he has multiple fluids that I need to filter. I need to insert resin and extract tree oil. And I can't do that with an XNet connector at the same time. I can't have an input and an output on the same XNet connector. So we can with multiple sides, but not from the same connector. So, or the same channel anyway. So this channel is the extract for fluids. I've got the resin tank extracting. I've got this water tank extracting. And then the resin for the fractionating still inputs, and it only imports resin. That means he'll never get water. It's very important to filter those, which is why I've kept a bucket of all of our fluids for filtering. Same thing for these guys. Now, I don't think there's any other fluid that can go in here. Well, this one can have latex, but we only want to import water there right now. Same thing for the bioreactors, so I am filtering those. The tree oil, like I said, this is a special one. We are inserting only tree oil here, and we are extracting only tree oil. Because if we set it to extract anything, it might extract the resin. And if this tree oil thing were empty, it could go in this tank. So I am doubly filtering this, making sure we only extract from here tree oil, and only insert into here tree oil. Okay, I think everything else is the same, basically, just more of that. So, yeah, all we have to do now is we need to pull out this biofuel and put it somewhere. And I think it's going to go right here. Oh, I did have to put this going in this little U shape because you can't put a pressure plate on top of a facade in XNet. So I don't like that, but it is what it is. So let's go get a tank, and we will extract the biofuel. Actually, you know what? We have a secondary tank downstairs. Let's just take that off. We have this guy right here. We'll just use him. And let's go ahead and break this. We'll put this there. Oh, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, hang on. I'm thinking. I guess for now, we're going to put the biofuel right here. And put that cable back since it can still route. So this is going to be the biofuel connector. It's unfortunate you can't name them per side, but they're just one connector. So I'm going to name them with the name of their tank, which will be a little bit confusing that the latex processing unit is on the same thing as this tank, but it's fine. So let's go over here, and I'm going to temporarily disable processing on the fluids channel. This is the biofuel. we are going to create this as an insert, and then the bioreactor, we can't do that. He's already inserting water from the bottom. Okay, hang on. Here's the biofuel. Let's cancel that. We'll re-enable this channel, and we'll put him on this channel, Fluids 2. And let's disable processing for a minute. So this guy is going to extract, and we're only going to extract that biofuel, and we're only going to insert that biofuel. So let's get a bucket of biofuel so that we can filter that. So let me grab a bucket of this. There we go. So now we can filter that. So on the Fluids 2 channel, you are going to extract only biofuel. And then in this tank, you will be an insert of only biofuel. There we go. Now we can re-enable processing on this channel. And he should be... He's now full again. He was not full, but now he's full again. So that should be fine for that. Okay, so now that is all of our machines. What we have to do now is dig down again and get these to be where they need to go. So we need to make fluids. Oh, that water is in a bad spot. Well, it's okay. I think this pipe will block it. So yeah. It looks a bit odd, but that's okay. So we'll run this pipe over here, and then we'll run another one. Actually, I might do that on both of them. Okay. So we've got our buffer tanks right here. We've got those going. Nothing is an output yet. And I'm trying to think. Actually, these can't be the same line, I don't think. The problem with them being the same line is they would be in the wrong place. So, because I can't filter them on the inputs, I only filter them on what they extract. So let's do this a little bit differently. For starters, let's find out where I want this to be, which is right above here. So let's break into the ceiling. And there we go. We're getting some water. So again, a little unfortunate. So I guess I placed that in the wrong spot. Okay. Hang on. I want to get this. I am. Let's disable the water processing for just a minute. And I may even end up moving this, but for just a minute. Not there, there, where the water was. Okay. So for just a minute, let's not get any more water. We don't need any right now. And instead, I would like the pipe to come up here if that's possible. So we can always move where that water guy is. He doesn't have to be right there. It happened to be a convenient spot, but maybe it's not so convenient. Maybe I should put him back outside. And in fact, I'm thinking that's probably what we're going to do. We'll probably do it that way instead. So we'll do that. And that way we won't have any water pouring down through here. And we'll have this pipe to bring that out. So yeah, we'll do that somehow. Okay, so there is where I want these to go. So I'll probably still have to change this a little bit. So let's disable processing on the fluids channel for the moment. I think we're going to change this a little bit. And I would like this to be right over here. So let's take the tree oil. I'm guessing you are done for the moment. Yep. So we're going to take the tree oil, and we're going to put him right here. So you are going to be the tree oil connector now. And we'll do it like that. Okay, so let's start by going back over here. Connector is tree oil. So you are going to be nothing. And everything else should still be filtered. They want water. We just don't have any right now. And here is the tree oil guy, which should be inserting tree oil. That should be correct. So this is the biofuel, this is the tree oil, this is the biofuel extract, tree oil extract. Okay, that looks correct to me. So now our tank is in the right place to easily drop down into our other buffer tank. So let's see if we can jump up here. I can't see anything. There we go. Okay. There we go. We now have this tank buffering from that tank up there. Perfect. So we'll do the same thing over here. And we're basically where we wanted to be with the biofuel. I just need to move where the biofuel is at. And then we'll have that working correctly, I think. So that is over here. So let's take this. And let's unname you. And then we're going to put this guy here. And you are going to be the biofuel connector. And now let's go fix that guy. So here is the biofuel connector. So you have nothing except an insert of tree oil. Well, that makes no sense. So you are going to be an insert of biofuel, and you are still an extract of biofuel. So there we go. Biofuel extract from the machine, import into the tank, import tree oil in the tank, export from the filter. Okay, those all look like they should be correct now. So, okay, we've got not quite full biofuel in there. So we should be able to, extract from there, and this guy will fill up. Same thing for that tree oil one, although I don't think he will extract any because I think we haven't been using any tree oil. But have to get in here and not fall all the way down. And there we go. This guy is good too. So yeah, all I have to do now is re-import the water somewhere, and that can probably go, well, anywhere. Basically, I just need to have a place for the tank. So let's put the tank of water right over here, and then we'll do that. So let's go outside and hook this back up. Alright, so what we need is this guy to be here. And what do we have over here? Well, I'm thinking this and this, they wouldn't be huge problems, but I think I'll avoid having any problems there at all by making this the area where the water goes. So let's start with the aqueous accumulator. We'll put that down, and we'll get a water bucket here and here, and I want to keep that, and then I want this going into here, and I want to extract, and there we go. He is now full. So now this connector becomes the water connector, and I think all we have to do now is find the water tank and make him an extract. Okay, he is now an extract and he can insert water. So yeah, resin, biofuel, water, and that. Okay, so all my channels can go back to processing now. And there we go. We have the machine room reset up with XNet. Awesome. That's a very good start to this build. I'm going to fix the floor and the walls, and then when I come back, we will work on doing some automated processing with the machines using refined storage. Alright, let's work on getting things working over in the other area. So let's start with one of these crafters. This is going to be for the redstone furnace. So I would like to make some more patterns. So let's make, I don't know. We don't have any glass. You know what? Let's not make more right now. Let's just keep going so we can make more glass. Alright, we're going to need some of this. Not quite sure how much, but let's start with that. So what we need to do is bring the system somewhere over about here. So I would like it if the crafter were like right here, and then hopefully we take this and put it somewhere that would be useful, like over there. So let's see what we're going to be able to do with that. So this guy is a little bit in my way now. So I'm thinking the first thing I'm going to do is move this setup with Botania. So where's my 3x3 dig tool? Here you are. Stop hiding. Alright, so let's get... I don't have a bucket. I used it. I think I'm sure it would be handy. Let's get a living wood twig and a bottle. Do we have the runes in here? No, I didn't put the handy stuff in here yet. Okay. Would be really handy to not need to get water buckets wherever. And Rod of the Seas will give you a block of water for some mana and your tablet. Perfect. That's what I want. Okay. Probably make a dirt rod at some point too, but... Okay. So there's that. And you... I'd like you to be there for now. And you... I don't know. You go in here for now. And we're going to move you... somewhere. I don't know. Okay, so if that's going to be there... What are our options for bringing the system somewhere useful? It would be great if it kind of crossed under and went over here. So, like we could go right here and then go up and over. Or even right here. We could keep going to there. So, I think that's what I'll do. Should probably go down one farther. You can hide the cable easier, especially, you know, here-ish. So let's do that too. So let's start by, you are interfering with what I want to do. Well, you know, things that need no tool should have much easier break things. Whatever does that mean? Okay. We're going to go there, and we're going to go down like that. And for now, let's not let the water run around. Okay, so there's that right there. So we can go down one more, and we can go around this cable to here. And that should be what we need to do. So let's go plug this cable right up over there. All right. And now, if the system were on, we'd be able to access that. So that sounds good for this. So let's turn this on. Yep, he is active now. So why don't we make a crafter manager so we can put things in patterns easier. So to do that, we're going to need a machine casing, 2 crafters, 2 advanced processors, and some glass. So if I control click, you don't have 2 of these processors. Okay, so let's make the very first pattern in there this guy. So you are diamond, you are basic, and you did I not just have, okay, I must have dropped them somehow. That was confusing. It's like, I just had these. Okay, we're going to teach the system how to make these guys. Unfortunately, we need to go into the system somehow. So we're going to have to get this guy over there on an importer. So we'll have to bring the system over there as well. But one problem at a time. Get in there. Let's see if you can make your crafter manager now. If we control click, it thinks you can. It's not going to be able to, but it will at least cook these guys up and they'll go over there. So that's a good start. All right. Now we need to make an importer. So let's get one of those going. Why won't you build that? You don't have any of those. You're all out. Okay. Looks like you tried though. So, you know, that's good. Importer. Come on. There we go. Importer. That's what I want. Okay, so let's put those in there. And we need somehow for this to get importing. So I'm thinking we need to break some of these walls for a minute. See what might go over here. Yeah, we'll just drive it right through here. let's do that. So we're going to take the importer and put you there. Then we need to go here, 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 all the way there. And that should be importing things very slowly in the system, which for the moment is not what I want. So let's just dump all this in here. And let's see here. Okay, so it thinks it can make that. It should be able to import those things now. So can it? It's kind of hard to tell. We need a crafting monitor as well. Let's get one of those. That'll tell us what it's trying to do. So let's see. Let's just take 2 of these patterns, chuck them in there. Okay. This thing is really helpful in finding out what is going on with your crafting. So let's see about going over here. Okay. Let's cancel everything. So if I do that, can you make the crafting monitor now? Okay. It says no still. We're missing 2 diamonds. Of course we are. All right. I'll be right back after I get 2 diamonds. I always forget until I go branch mining how much I hate branch mining. I checked the quarry. It had gone down to level 1, but it hadn't found any diamonds, so had to keep going. Okay, so Crafter Manager. Let's see if we can finally do that. So it should be making those diamonds. Yep, they're going in there. And they're being imported. So that should be everything we need to get this Crafter Manager. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put him right here. What this will do is allow me to have access to whatever I need over here. Oh, no, sorry, it looks weird because there's no more space on here. Usually I have to scroll through a lot, so, and usually these are all the same. They always have the same kind of crafters, but I don't right now. So, all right, it's fine. So there we go. We can access the redstone furnace now, and I can see what things are doing, and yeah, we've got things going. So yeah, we can finally start auto crafting with refined storage. So we'll probably turn this guy into an iron crafter at some point to have more than one set of patterns in there. And you know, I'm honestly debating whether I want to put just regular crafters here for now and save some energy, because we're now using 115 RF per tick, and we're just not generating that much. We're only doing 160 RF per tick normally. So, you know, it's not like we have a great energy source right now. And this guy, you know, he takes some power. So, but we'll solve that problem a little bit later. For now, I think it is a good wrapping up point. Hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Come back and see us next time when we will do other things. What will they be? I don't know. I'll think about it, and then we'll do those things. Thanks for watching. See you next time.